Hey guys, welcome to the Hoan Zone where we help you multiply the assets you own. With the coronavirus pandemic coming to an end, we got to get ready to network again. Now, some of you guys haven't slowed down at all with all of the virtual events that still went on, but it is the live events where you really create those long-lasting relationships. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys the skills you need so that you don't feel awkward and you can stand out in a crowd. No matter what your experience level is, this video should add a lot of value to you. And if you're brand new to this channel, please like and subscribe. We release brand new videos every Monday and Wednesday to help you multiply the assets you own. All right, where do we begin? Well, it first starts with what you are after. What is your purpose for networking? We're going to start with that. What is your why? Some people go to networking events because they want to learn more strategies on how to invest in real estate. Other people go to networking events because they want to find more deals. Other people want to find more money. Determine what it is that you want before you pick a meeting to go to, because that sets you up for the rest of the things that we're going to talk about. Once you determine what it is that you want, you're going to go to a couple of websites and see what networking events exist. A couple of those websites might be meetup.com. You can also go to biggerpockets.com, and you can also check out eventbrite.com. There, at any one of those websites, you can do a simple search and it will come up with hundreds of meetings for you to attend. Some will still be virtual, others will be live. You have to sort through and find the meeting type that you want. Now, when it comes to the actual meetings, this is where I'm going to tell you guys a couple of the skills. Now, when you're there, remember, everybody there is there to meet each other and everybody's there to network. But you have to remember that some people are really shy and they're going to these meetings because they were told that they should network, but they don't know what they're doing. This is where you become the hero. If you find yourself at a networking event and you find yourself in a little circle and you see somebody kind of walking around with their drink and they seem a little awkward, a little shy, this is where you can say, "Hey, come on in," and you can welcome them into your circle. Now, if you don't want to be so loud about it, you can also do this little trick that I do. If I'm in a circle and if I look this way, I am kind of blocking you from joining our circle. But if I notice that you're there, what I might do is I might turn my body so that it's welcoming to you. This way, it's like, "Here, come on in. There's a space in our circle." I will literally move my body so that it opens up the circle and then you get to join in on the party. That's a fantastic way of allowing people in because, let's face it, not everybody is built to network. Not everybody knows what to say. Not everybody watches the Hoan Zone and they don't know how to network. Doing that gives people their way in. Another cool trick that I do when I am allowing people into the circle is I will actually say to them, if I see them, I will ask them a question. I might turn to them, and whether we were talking about this or not, I will turn to the person and say, "Hey, we were just talking about interest rates. What do you think? Do you think interest rates are going to go up or down? What do you think is going to happen with this eviction moratorium?" And I'll ask a question that causes them to respond. Once a person starts talking, it's easy. It's just knowing what to say in those first couple of seconds that causes people to be really, really shy. Instead of having them have this prepared speech, I make it really simple for them and I ask them a question. And I might, again, turn to them, ask them a question, and tell them that we were just talking about that, whether we were or not. And now we as a circle, including the new person, will have stuff to talk about. And that's how the networking should happen. Because without that conversation, without people talking, it's not really networking. Those are a couple of tricks to allow people in. On the flip side to that, if you are the loner and there's a bunch of different circles that are around you and you haven't found your way into any of those circles and nobody opened up their circle, nobody said, "Hey, come on in," nobody did any of those things, you can flip it and you can ask the circle, you can go into the circle, just kind of find your wedge, and within the first couple of seconds before you really introduce yourself, you maybe say, "Hey, I'm Hoan, but I came to this meeting, I was wondering if anyone anybody can answer this question. What do you guys think interest rates are going to do? And that way, everybody in the circle will answer, and then you go into the what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? That first couple of seconds, though, that's the most awkward for anybody. Having that kind of prepared questionnaire, that makes it super easy for anybody to talk to anybody else. The final thing I want to go over is the elevator pitch, I want to call it. It is just a small snippet of how you're going to introduce yourself. I call it the elevator pitch because it's kind of like the elevator pitch when somebody's asking what your business idea is and you have the elevator ride to go over that, meaning you don't want to ramble on. Here, somebody's going to ask you, so what is it that you do? You want to adjust your elevator pitch based on your audience. So you're going to have to know your audience, and then you're going to also have to know what your initial desire was. That's what I asked you in the beginning of the video. What is it that you're going to these networking events for? Are you looking for more deals? Are you looking for more education? Are you looking for money? When you pick the proper event based on what it is that you want, now you're going to want to cater your elevator pitch for that event. I'll give you guys an example. Let's say you guys wanted to find more money. If you go to an event, make sure you pick an event where it's not an event where everybody's looking for money. I want to say that going to a real estate event where people are all there looking to do more deals and find money, that might not be a good place to raise money from, but maybe you pick a different kind of event. Maybe it's an art gallery where everybody there is really rich and they're there to look at art. So that when somebody asks, what do? You might say, oh, I raise private money to purchase undervalued assets that produce cash flow, right? That pitch there makes the person who has a lot of money go, tell me more. And then this way, you can tell them all about the properties that you buy that produce cash flow and how you're a good operator. And then they have an opportunity to invest some of their money with you, right? So that's one. Now, if you're looking for more deals, maybe you're not going to an art gallery. You're going to go to a real estate agent conference or networking event. And then you're going to have something very specific in terms of the kind of deals you want to do. If you're going to an event like that, let's say we're in Philadelphia, I might say something like, oh, I'm a real estate investor and I buy properties that are 3 bedrooms, 1 bath in West Philadelphia. And the more narrow and specific you get, the more the person knows how they can help you. If you're like, hey, I'm a real estate investor and I'm looking for properties, that's not narrow enough for them to be able to help you out. You're just too generic. You want to cater your message, elevator pitch, make it nice and sweet, and make it catered for the person you're about to tell it to. When you do that the right way, you will stand out in people's minds and you will achieve the results that you actually are looking for. I know a lot of us are in the real estate space, but you don't want to only limit your networking to real estate meetings. You want to get out to different industries, because if you're the only real estate investor at an event, then all of a sudden you stand out. That's why you want to start networking in other kind of events as well. Don't just type in real estate, type in all kinds of things like tech or pharmaceuticals and start meeting other people in other industries. And what you will find is that they're very curious about what it is that you do. Everybody thinks the grass is greener on the other side. If you come in there and you're the only real estate investor, now all of a sudden everybody wants to talk to you and you have a lot to talk about. Now, if you're brand new to investing and you're at one of these networking events where everybody wants to learn more about what it is that you do, and you're afraid that you're not going to know what you're talking about, if somebody asks you, hey, how do you know what a good deal is? And you don't know how to respond, maybe you want to go to hoanzone.com and check out my book. In my book, I talk all about how to analyze deals and find really good deals. This is a good piece of information that allows you to be a really good networker, where you're not caught like a deer in headlights when somebody asks you a question. How do you know what a good deal is? That book on hoanzone.com. The book that I have will go over all of the details that you're going to need when you are explaining what our real estate business is like. Finally, I would love to hear from you guys. What was your favorite tip? What tips have you used in the past? How do you enjoy networking, or do you absolutely hate it because you're shy and introverted? Love to hear from you. Put it in the comments below and I will respond to you. All right, guys, that's the end of the video. Hopefully you guys come to the channel again. Again, we release videos every Monday and Wednesday, so please subscribe and please share this with somebody who you think will find value in this. All right, guys, see you in the next video. Peace.